Our next guest ruled radio and the charts in the late 90s with hits like Promise, Let's Get Married, and Where the Party At.
Ooh.
Yes, the jams.
Yeah, I've gotten into trouble to a few of those songs. And now they're set to recapture our hearts and our ears with their new album, J.E. Heartbreak II. Jagged Edge. Welcome back to Arise 360.
Thanks for having us.
J.E. Heartbreak II. Let's talk about it, gentlemen.
Let's talk about
Yes.
All right, so how does it differ from one?
Well, this 2014.
Yes.
The first one came out in 2000,
That's
so about
well over a
14
decade.
years, you know. But I think, I mean, I think the biggest difference is probably the way in which you sell music these days. You know, in terms of back then, we would go on big, almost year-long promotional tours, and the record company paid for all of it. Nowadays, you're gonna have to pay for some stuff if you want to go on a tour that long.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, as well as, you know, the way that you get music nowadays in terms of digitally, it wasn't available back then. So it's a few differences.
Okay, well, that one came out in 2000. It's 2014. So what took so long? We've been waiting for it. What were you doing in the meantime?
I mean, a lot of other albums in between. This is our eighth album, right?
that's right.
I always mess that up. So just putting out other projects and getting deals right, and you know, all that good stuff.
Business. Yeah.
All right, in 2000, Twitter, Facebook was just forming, Instagram, these things didn't exist. So what do you all make of this new world of social media, and how has it impacted your music and the way you promote your music?
I mean,
We use it.
just like Brandon just said, I mean, it's just a different way to promote now. You know, back in the day, I mean, I remember our first demo was on a cassette.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we
What's that? Yeah.
And we saw the whole transition from the cassette to the CD, and now CDs are almost out
Thing of
of
the
here.
past,
You know what I mean?
right.
Think of the past. So it's just another way of promoting your stuff, and you know you got to be you got to have a real big internet presence, basically.
That's true. What's been the secret to your longevity, actually? Because you've been performing together for well over 15 years, gentlemen. You know, most groups don't last 15 days, let alone 15 years.
Exactly.
I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, you really have to love what you do. And
Love your craft.
I think even before we even got in the game, we love the people before us. Just to see that, you know, that brotherhood, because, you know, we're a four-man group.
Camaraderie,
Yeah, man. So to see those guys go out there and then to emulate that. I don't think it even really hit us yet that, you know, we amongst those guys. We just do what we love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hoping that people love what we do.
But do you still love working together as a group as much as you did when you first started out?
I mean, we do. I mean, there's nothing like getting on stage
Really?
and having
Come
your
on.
I mean, honestly, I mean, you know, I mean, now we've had our quarrels and our fights.
And what's it usually over when you do
I
find
mean, something small,
everything.
something that doesn't have to do with music.
It's usually over the build-up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the dumbest thing will set it off.
Exactly. So I mean, you know, and like I say, we just been doing it so long now. It's fun to us. You know what I mean? It's fun. So that's why we're still here.
Talk to us about working with Jermaine Dupri. Yeah.
Oh, man, he's a
Mentor, big brother.
You know, he is like a can of Red Bull. Because when you walk in that studio, it's
got
like,
the
I don't
energy
care
for
what
you.
you're feeling like, his energy gonna ignite your energy. You know what I mean? And I think when you work with somebody whose ideas and knowledge about music is so vast, if you're talented, you're gonna come out of there with some heat. You know, and we do every time.
And he's not just talking about, you know, things, you know, what he does every day. He's talking about things through experience. You know what I mean? People who he's worked with. You know what I mean? So he has a lot of wisdom.
But is he more like a taskmaster when he's in there? And what is he doing?
It's like a party.
It's like-
It's like
it really is.
It's like music going in
party
3
at?
different rooms, and we going from room to room, putting our ideas down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So what is the creative process like between you all? Does one of you do more of the writing than the other? One does the lyrics? How does it work?
I mean, it's always like that, but ultimately we all come together at the end, and you know, because somebody always going to be able to write better or do this better. You know what I'm saying? We've always been, you know, who's ever up for the job, who's ever best for the job.
Right.
Exactly. So.
Where do you find musical inspiration? Is it autobiographical? Do you listen to stories that your friends tell you?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere. Sometimes it's your story. Sometimes I'm the one writing his story.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's a mutual friend who's not even involved in Jagged Edge story.
Exactly.
So I think, you know, when it comes to songwriting, you pull those influences from anywhere you can, anywhere you can.
Tell us the story of the first time you heard one of your songs on the radio.
Yes.
Take us back to that day.
For
Almost a car wreck.
Almost
wrecked the car.
Okay, let's hear about the car wreck. Okay.
I mean, I was driving. I was actually leaving the barbershop that day, and you know, I remember somebody from the label telling us it was gonna play.
Right.
But I was, you know, it caught me off guard still. And from the time I heard the intro, it was a fast song we did with JD. And from the time I heard the little beat from the intro, I was like, what the?
Heart racing.
What the explicative? And yeah, I almost wrecked the car. Man.
And I mean, coming from where we're from, I mean, you know, we've been through so much before even having a record deal. It was just it was confirmation. And, you know, it was just kind of fuel to the fire, made us want to work even harder.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, you're always working. You're always singing somewhere. What's next for you all? Maybe a reality show?
Singing somewhere.
Ninth album.
Ninth album.
Would you all do a reality show, though? Because you have a perfect story for it.
We have been in talks with a few different networks. We want to be
It
able
would
to...
definitely be something to see, though.
Right, but we want to be able to control the content, so we got to wait on the right situation.
Okay, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this question.
For all your friends.
For all my friends.
Right.
Raise your hand if you're single and ready to mingle.
Okay. Why do you look sad when you didn't raise your hand? It was like, not me.
That's a beating question right there.
You got to stick right outside waiting on you. You better not raise your hand.
I gotta go home.
But he looked down like, well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you like a little happy about that. You
No,
raised
no,
your
I
hand.
have a situation.
Oh, you have a situation.
I mean, but
And you only raised your hand halfway up.
I'm single. I don't know what they got.
He was like, the other one was like, I'm single, I'm single. All right.
Please tell me there's a tour brewing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Definitely. I mean, that's Jagged Edge's life, the road.
The road. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for you. And the album is available already, so go check it out. Go pick it up right now.
Love you
Right
guys.
now. iTunes, Amazon, all that.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere the party's at. Thank you guys once again.
Thank you.
You guys, thank you. And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.
Oh, yeah.
Raise your hand.